Hi, I am Sarah from Sarah's Hand Embroidery Tutorials, and in this video I will show you the differences between the whipped running stitch and the whipped back stitch. After watching this video till the end, you will be able to select the right stitch for your hand embroidery project. I will work on two curved lines of the same lengths and two threads of the exact same measurements. I'm using 6 strands of the regular cotton hand embroidery floss for this video. Okay, so let's do the whipped running stitch first. To work it, begin from the top of the stitch line. Take your needle in and out of the fabric to create a quick row of the running stitch. If you want a lovely looking whipped running stitch, the key is in keeping the stitches and the gaps consistent. Of course, you will have to adjust them on the curves. The sharper the curve, the shorter your stitches should get. Working the running stitch is quite easy and time-saving. I'm almost done. Once the base is done, finish it off by knotting the thread behind the hoop. Bring out a thread of a different color to start whipping around each stitch. Keep in mind not to plug the fabric under the stitch while you do so. Also, to keep the whipping action, you have to maintain the same direction all the time. Doesn't matter if you started whipping left to right or right to left, but once you start, you continue with the same direction. The whipping thread is now filling the gaps made by the running stitch. When done, take the thread through the fabric and in the stitch. Let's do the whipped back stitch now. Start from one end of the stitch line. Make the stitches as consistent as you can. The smaller the stitches, the tighter your whipped variation will be. Again, you will have to adjust the length of the stitches on the curves. Working the back stitch can take more time than the running stitch. The back stitch takes a lot of thread too, and I was not able to finish the row with the amount of thread I had assigned for it. Bring out a thread of a different color to start whipping around each stitch. Keep in mind not to plug the fabric under the stitch while you do so. Also, to keep with the whipping action, you have to maintain the same direction all the time. As you whip, you will see that the stitch is gaining some height. That is because the whipped thread is sitting over the existing back stitch. So this is a great stitch if you want a slight embossment. Both the stitches are now done and both the stitches are loosely similar to each other. The whipped running stitch is flatter and appears a bit loosely placed. The curves are also not very smooth as the stitches are flaring. The whipped back stitch, however, is tighter, more embossed and smooth on the curves. The reverse of both the stitches look very different, with a running stitch base leaving gaps, which explains why the back stitch guzzled up the thread. The whipping used more or less the same amount of thread though. I hope you found this video helpful. Do check our ebook store and how you can support us by becoming our patron. The links are in the description. Have fun stitching and thank you so much for watching.